Hey everybody, it's John DiPietro on behalf of the New England RV Dealers Association. We are at Majors RV on MacArthur Boulevard. I want to make sure I get the address right. We're talking with Jeff, and
Hey,
Jeff,
John.
it's Columbus Day, and you know what? You got units, you got product here for all year long, but as much as sometimes we try to deny it in New England, winter's still coming, and there are preps that you have to make in order to have a fun camping season next year.
There sure are, John. There's a couple of things. For starters, winterizing is a dirty word. People hear winterizing, they think, oh, put antifreeze through my water lines and I'm all set. It's just not the case. There's a number of different steps that need to be taken to prepare your RV for long-term winter storage. One of the things that people may want to consider is covering the RV. Pine pitch is exceedingly difficult. Anybody who has had pine pitch on the roof of their RV knows what a hassle it is to get off. The cover will help prevent getting the pine pitch on the roof of your RV.
Okay, but Jeff, can I just go to a big box store and buy one of those big blue tarps?
You can. You'll be very disappointed come springtime.
Well, why? I've saved some money.
Yeah, you'll save a lot of money, but you'll pay for that in blood, sweat, and tears in the spring.
What do you mean by that?
Those covers, John, they're not breathable. So what they're going to do is
define breathing, Jeff. Because
you want to exchange the air in between the camper and the outside air. You want that temperature to be as close as possible. When you get a temperature difference, you'll get some condensation. And at that point in time, you get condensation on the roof and on the side of your RV. It's just a breeding ground for mold. Mildew. You uncover it, and you've got a mess on your hands in the springtime.
So you put it away in the fall, and it's clean, and you take it out in the spring, and it's green.
Yeah, it's green, and it's
and you
nasty.
Didn't even get a paint job.
Yeah, you might as well. Yeah, and the covers we carry, they're all breathable. They're allowing that exchange of air inside and outside to help prevent that condensation buildup on the rig.
Okay.
The cover's also keeping any branches from doing damage on the roof, any of the covers or what have you.
Okay, in the next aisle you mentioned there was something that was pretty important
actually,
as well.
John, I've also got a little experiment going on here. For those of you with a weak heart, you may want to, or a weak stomach, you may want to turn away. Inside here, I've got an aquarium that's being separated. Got some fruits and some vegetables and some bread.
You just have a little bit of moisture in there, right?
Yeah, well, actually, that's
an actual aquarium.
This is actually the stuff breaking down. You can see the mold starting to form on it, what have you. This side, if you'll see, there's absolutely nothing growing, no mold, no nothing.
What's the difference?
It's a chlorine dioxide
that
bag that's in here. It's releasing chlorine dioxide gas. The chlorine dioxide gas is killing all the mold and mildew spores. It's actually preventing the mold from growing. So in the spring, when you open up your RV, it's killing germs, mold, mildew. You open up the camper in the spring, and it smells just like just the way like you put it away in the fall.
Yeah, and I think it's important to point out that mold and mildew, even though they're ugly, but they have health implications as well. Long-term health implications.
Long-term health issues with the black mold, and anybody who's ever had anything with that, it's a terrible respiratory problem. Absolutely.
So what kind of products do you have for that?
Yeah, for the mold, it's called Marine Magic. Comes in a little pouch. Just gonna hang these up inside. It's gonna smell like the city pool. That's actually the chlorine dioxide.
Right? Okay.
That's killing the mold and mildew spores. In addition to the mold and mildew, a lot of customers have got issues with rodents, mice, and what have you.
Okay. We want to solve that issue.
Good. He's camera shy.
When he said rodents, he was not referring to you, sir. No.
You want to help keep the mice and the rodents out. I've got a couple of different products that are going to be doing that. It actually keeps the mice out of the camper from doing some real serious damage. Not only that, it's also a sanitation thing, having the moose or the mice droppings.
And if you let those mice go, they could grow into moose.
Oh yeah, by the amount of droppings, you'll think you had a moose in there. So yeah, we want to keep the mice out. We've got the damp rid to keep the moisture level down inside the RV. We've got some pumpkin spice flavored antifreeze.
No, cut it out. Pumpkin spice, yeah, okay. But wait, hold on a second.
Sure, John.
I think it's important to say that you don't have a mouse in your RV.
You have mice.
Mouses don't travel by solo.
No, they don't. If you see one, he's got brothers, sisters, parents. You have more than one. I've never seen just a mouse in a camper.
Okay.
And they breed quickly.
Okay. They breed quickly. Yep. So you've got those products there, damp rid, and how do you distribute that throughout the unit?
Well, the sniff and stop is there are pouches in here. You're just going to distribute it evenly inside the camper, and it's going to keep the mice out. Doing the same thing with the fresh cab. Doing the same thing. Open it up. There's a pouch in there. You're going to evenly distribute it inside the camper to keep the mice out. Is what it is.
Okay. So, go ahead.
Also, folks, just so that you know, today and tomorrow, all of these products that we've talked about, in addition to everything in the store, is 10 to 40% off, part of our fall spectacular.
And how is it again for those of us that missed the
Sure,
early
John.
show?
I've got the wheel.
But we got to
of
do this
savings.
every time. This is how you save,
It's
right?
all color coded. Yep. Depending on what color you wind up on, it will dictate whether you're getting 10, 15, 20, 25, or 40%.
Off. So the color.
In this case, it is orange. In orange, this would have been 10% off.
Okay.
And that's off the entire product, the exception being anything that's already on sale. But yeah, over 10,000 SKUs, it's all 10 to 40% off.
Okay. So tell us where we're located.
At 150 MacArthur Boulevard in Bourne.
And let me ask you a question for our next segment at 1
Sure,
o'clock. I see several folks that are on here have pets, especially dogs. Can you take us through your pet department and any of the supplies that you have for pets? You don't have to show us now, but we can
do that.
We can do that next time around.
Absolutely.
We'll be talking about RVing and dogs on our next This Afternoon with Jeff at 1 o'clock.
Awesome. Thanks, John.